Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be taking a look at homosexuality and religion in Nigeria. Nigeria is a nation of deep faith and diverse traditions, from Islam and Christianity to indigenous belief. Religion shapes the moral compass of society, and when it comes to homosexuality, these traditions are vehemently against the idea of same-sex marriage. Islam, practiced by a large population of Nigerians, considers the Qur'an for moral guidance. In Surah, the story of Prophet Lot condemns same-sex marriage. This same verse reads, "Do you approach men with desire instead of women? Rather, you are transgressing people." This verse, similar to Christian traditions, is often used by Islamic scholars in Nigeria to reject homosexuality. The Christian Bible in the Old Testament stated that those who practiced homosexuality during the time of Lot were destroyed by fire and brimstones. Reinforcing this ordeal in the New Testament, Apostle Paul, writing to the Romans in chapter 1 verse 26 to 27, stated that men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Nigerian pastors frequently invoke this passage to argue that homosexuality contradicts biblical teaching. Beyond Islam and Christianity, there is no reference to homosexuality in the Ifa literary corpus among the Yoruba. This is an indication that engaging in same-sex marriage was never a part of the ancient culture. This is also similar to most indigenous traditions in southern parts of Nigeria, where the act is non-existent or mentioned in whispers. Generally, Nigeria's indigenous religious traditions encourages fertility, lineage, and continuity. Oral traditions often frame sexuality in terms of procreation. Same-sex relationships, which do not produce offspring, are viewed as disrupting ancestral expectations. In 2014, President Goodluck Jonathan signed the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act into law. The legislation criminalizes same-sex marriage, civil union, and even public display of affection between same-sex partners. Penalties, including up to 14 years imprisonment for marriage and 10 years imprisonment for participating in LGBTQ. The law reflects religious and cultural values but has been criticized internationally for violating human rights. Religion and law together shape Nigeria's stance on homosexuality. While the citizens see this as protecting moral order, religion in Nigeria provides a strong moral framework. For many, it offers social cohesion, moral clarity, preservation of tradition, and political legitimacy. Yet, this religious influence, according to Western thought, brings about exclusion and stigma of individuals attracted to same-sex, legal enforcement, suppression of diversity, and human rights concerns. In summary, religion influence is double-edged. It strengthens moral order and cultural identity, but it also limits the human person. Nigeria's story of religion and homosexuality is complex. It is a dialogue between scripture, oral tradition, and state power. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.